So we're going to slowly start. We try to make this a little bit less formal, but you know, like for the sake of seeing also what is presented behind us, it has to be a little bit like this. It's going to be an international and plurilingual conference. Lucrezia is going to tell you a little bit about the structure later, so you're going to hear different languages and different take on this questions that we wanted to bring in the house for today, starting from the exhibition of Belinda Kazeem-Kamiński, and gathering different voices around this notion of reparation and restitution. So looking into redistributive justice from the perspective of cultural institution and art institution, and trying to understand in a different way these two key terms that we put at the beginning of the conference, also trying to overcome a Eurocentric and limited understanding of how this two dimension could be, put at stake into cultural institutions. As you saw, probably the exhibition of Belinda is also thought as a form of reparation towards a very violent history that happened here in the territory. So this is also why it was very important for us to give some hints on this idea of the use of the art institution. We know that the use, it's a very important dimension. I refer, for example, to the recent work of Sarah Ahmed that says that it could exist the queer use of institutions, meaning a use that actually goes against the functions that were thought for places like museums, that we know by fact that a museum, it's a colonial institution, has been constructed as a form of voyeurism and also construction of othering, this support the othering process. So the question is also to understand how this platform of the museum can be used to invert certain dynamics and could be actually put to service as a platform for certain practices. So we decided to gather different practitioners that we are inspired by. Lucrezia will tell you a little bit about. We are interested here today in talking about the practices and not just about the theories, and actually to see how they use actually this tool of the institution of the museum platform in order to put in place form of reparation and restitution, which is not just a material dynamic, it's also symbolic, cognitive dynamic. So we're gonna make it short also because we want to leave the floor to our speakers, and I just leave the floor to Lucrezia. I'm gonna open the phone for you now.
Thank you. Okay, we go quickly to the list. First, maybe something that we would like to add is that we thought about it as a round table, and that we are very happy that we have friends and practitioners from other countries and friends and practitioners from Bozen. And the idea was also to gather you all. You are all people. I may not know everybody, but you are all people mostly that I know, and you are practitioners yourself. And our plan was really to gather you guys together and to think together about something new that may come up from this. From this gathering, and that we are truly happy that you guys from Bozen, from the surrounding area, took time to come and see us, because the purpose was really that, about gathering and thinking loud together about practices. And in fact, when we applied with this project for the position at Kunst Meran, we read in the call that there was an idea of building up a kind of think tank about museums and museum practices. So we responded with a project which also involved something like that, this gathering. So we are very happy that this is happening, because we think it's very crucial. And as Simone said, if the museum is a colonial tool, we all work in museums and musea institutions, but we can also use it to build something which may better work with today's world and with today's questions that come from different communities. And we think this is a responsibility that cannot be forgotten. So a museum or a space as Kunst Meran is a space where we think about art, we think with artists, but we also think with practitioners on how we should all be working. We organize the day in two parts. There will be a lunch break between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. And now we will be welcoming as a first part Raul Ferreira Balanquet and Justin Randolph Thompson, and they will discuss about institutional making as repair and recovery in the perspective of artistic practices. Both of you are artists and cultural practitioners, and this is what we thought would have been interesting. You guys sharing how you move between two positions, being an artist, being a director and a founder of an institution, and having a strong connection with communities. After, we will have online Lotte Arndt, but here in live, and we are very happy of that, Hannes Obermeier. There you are. I am sorry that I don't properly say your name, but you will discuss about an example of restitution which comes from the territory. And this is also very important because we think that it's important not to talk about abstract ideas, but to move from here and also look at the rest of the world. And after the lunch break, we will have Belinda, whom we thank with all our heart, who will spend an hour with us sharing the exhibition as an experience and sharing the perspectives which led her to do this research and to propose it in this space, in the space of Kunst Meran. After this, we will have a coffee break, and then two other people whom we are very grateful for their presence, and is Yosim Peters from Framer Framed Amsterdam, and Elvira Diangani, who had an issue, a family issue, so she will be with us online. Elvira Diangani is the director of the MACBA in Barcelona, and they will talk about how institutions can have strategies and to address the change which is needed and to work in dialogue with communities. So rethinking museum from the perspective of the spectators and what the spectators could do also in order to help museum to open up. And after this, we thought about a plenary assembly where we could all sit together and speak and discuss and give ideas. So we are very also happy that we have practitioners, as we said, and you are strongly invited really to be part of this discussion during the plenary assembly at the end, but also during each panel, because, I mean, this thing is really something that we want to build together. Thanks so much. And shall we leave the stage to Raul and Justin?